Welcome back, everybody. I'm gonna do a solo one on Donkey Kong. I wasn't going to at first. That's why that was played just a bit. Might have been a little bit played right there. That's like gotta fix my hat. Sort of. Anyway, I wasn't going to, but then it was like the absolute worst bananas. I got to the first one he was talking about. I was like, skill issue, not to brag, but ripping the Nintendo shirt right here. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, we're going to watch what's the worst golden bananas in Donkey Kong 64.
201 golden bananas. Some are easy to obtain, some are hard,
Yep.
some are fun to receive, and others downright miserable.
Okay. For that last little tiny clip, getting that banana isn't terrible, right? It's getting the stupid little Nintendo coin where that's awful.
Some golden bananas are rewarding. Yeah, I worked hard for this one. I deserve this.
Yep.
But some golden bananas are unfair. Each world
You
in this
just
game
missed,
has
bro.
that one special pain in the butt golden banana. Each Kong has.
That's my least favorite level. And I'm on it right now, my playthrough of Donkey Kong 64, because they brought it back to the Switch store. Thanks, Nintendo. Appreciate you looking out for your boy. Because it gets kind of annoying to hook up the Nintendo through like the 4 mods it needs to hook up to a modern TV now.
As that one golden banana we all dread trying to obtain. But as completionists, we feel we must obtain every single golden banana.
A lot of bananas.
201 golden bananas. I'd like to put the spotlight on 5 challenges that I particularly despise. Every time I play this game, I delay the process of obtaining these specific bananas. It's the Brussels sprouts to a child, the equivalent to drinking orange juice after brushing your teeth. The CBT of gaming. I'm not going to count the banana fairy
It's
session.
crazy.
A pain in the butt, sure. But that's a challenge you
I
can
love
complete as you play. I'm also going to exclude the Donkey Kong arcade.
I like catching the fairies.
That's a topic worthy of its own video. So let's get started. In no
Yeah.
particular order, because I dislike all of these challenges equally, let's start with the horrid beetle race. Holy bananas. This race is rigged. Where to even begin with this mess?
In my last playthrough, I beat this on my first try, so skill issue. I'm just kidding. I hate this thing
For
too.
starters, it's messed up that she's technically cutting ahead of the player. Why are we not starting at the exact same line as her? How is that fair? The beetle walks faster than Tiny too. Walking to the finish line at the very end is so panicky.
You just don't have enough coins.
You could be in first place, but if this cheater is right behind you, be ready to eat her dust. A huge tip to getting a helpful head start is actually attacking the beetle. I think it's become obvious to players after all these years, but I remember playing this as a child, becoming furious that I couldn't beat this level and attacking her just out of anger. There's a light bulb moment I think we've all experienced, realizing
that's what
this
happened to
might be
me.
the solution. I have no idea if this is the intended way of completing this race, but it feels good to get revenge. Of
Yeah,
course,
it does.
coming in first place isn't good enough either. The player must collect at least
50
coins.
coins.
I wouldn't mind it as much if you didn't lose coins upon bumping into the beetle. This becomes a game of troubleshooting. Okay, I got in first, but I don't have enough coins. Okay, I have enough coins, but I didn't come in first. For me, I start piecing together when I can just speed through the course, and when it's time to slow down and collect as many coins as possible. The game informs the player that jumping is an option, and honestly, don't bother. It's a
Don't
trap.
jump.
Jumping has done more harm than good for me. But
Yep.
man, you gotta be careful around those ledges. You really have to ease up and be cautious with those tight turns. There's no worse feeling than collecting enough coins, sitting in first place, only to fall off the ledge.
Yeah.
You'll do her annoying taunting laugh. And,
Oh,
I just can't
so fucking right, dude.
anymore. It feels so good to finally kick her butt and never see her again. But
Yeah, it
wait,
does.
there's more!
There's
You
more.
know I didn't forget about the rematch race with Lanky. This race is on even more levels of difficulty and, well, unfairness. The beetle is placed even further ahead. Plus, the player has to jump into the barrel to use Orang Stand, eating up even more time just to get started. The amount of time I wasted just trying to jump in the barrel, oh, the drywall starts nervously sweating. There's even more opportunities to fall off the ledge, required moments to jump from platform to platform, slippery floors. It's so painful. Let's move on to the next golden banana. With racing still in the mind, this next challenge makes for a great
This one
transition.
is annoying.
The rabbit. The beetle, I despise, but the rabbit, he makes me want to just reach my hand through the screen and just. The developers really slapped the players in the face with this one.
Me
It's
too, brother.
impossible to win this race without the orangutan ability.
Yep.
But you don't even unlock that ability until the next level, when
Yeah.
visiting Cranky's lab in Crystal Caves. After Frantic Factory, this game does a decent job at keeping the players in one world at a time. Lots of backtracking, yes, but usually you don't need to backtrack to a previous world. I just don't understand why Cranky couldn't give us this ability while we're exploring.
Unlimited
Fungi
coins,
Forest.
huh?
That's just poor planning.
That was kind
I
of
also don't
cheating.
understand why we can't just start the race with the ability. I've lost this race multiple times because I failed to properly jump in the barrel. The stress and adrenaline makes it so hard to jump properly. Another big question I have being, why are we using up crystal coconuts? That should have an infinite symbol next to it. You're telling me if I lose the race and run out of crystal coconuts, I have to postpone the race and look for
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, exactly,
Was this even
dude.
tested? Am I losing my mind?
Yep.
Players can look for every corner to cut in an attempt to finish the race as fast as possible. You still have to be careful of nearby enemies and perfecting each log jump. But the greatest tip of all is this. Cheating. Let the rabbit win the first race. When the game prompts you to do a rematch, you're able to hop in the barrel, officially starting the race with the ability. There's just
Yep.
no way that this is the intended way of beating him, especially considering this cheat can't be done on the Wii U version, so I hear.
Oh,
hate this
yeah, I didn't know
race.
that.
I hate this rabbit. He mocks you when he wins, and he mocks you during the race. The beetle at least had enough respect to mock us after the race. You know what? K-Roll was right. Blow this place up. The next challenge deserves no introduction. In fact, I only need to say 2 words. Beaver bother. Admit it, your whole body tensed up, right? It's so bad. Like, bad. If you know, you know. This challenge is so bad, I actually held my breath before the game.
Dude, I hate this one, but it's only because it seems to be blind luck, absolute blind luck, on if you actually are able to fucking herd them in.
Which bonus stage I'm about to attempt.
Fucking ridiculous.
Little did I know, there's actually only 3 Beaver Bother challenges. 1 in Frantic Factory and 2 in
Yep.
Creepy Castle. I don't know why there's 2 in this world, but so be it.
They just
The
want you to hate your life.
Doesn't seem that bad on paper. Get the naughties into the hole. And I actually love that we get to play as a claptrap. That's pretty unique, but it's horribly programmed. You ever play the Pachinko challenge in Mario Sunshine? I can't explain it, but it has the same messed up physics as this challenge, where it's just not straightforward. You have to kind of cheese it at an angle to get them in the hole. How I wish it was as simple as herding the goats in Zelda Twilight Princess.
Yeah, that was the best one.
It is incredibly stressful as the naughties tend to get stuck into the wall. And it seems like they spawn less often in comparison to the challenge in Frantic Factory. A big part of this challenge is simply luck. Beat your head against the wall until you win. If you aren't careful, you can accidentally fall in the hole.
Fucking loser. Can't believe you fell in the hole, dude.
An automatic game over. I can't say it's happened to me often, but it's really frustrating when you just want to be done with it. The technique,
that
if you can
pisses
call
me
it
off.
that, seems to be mashing the scared button as fast as possible and approaching them at a certain angle. Once you get a feel for it, just keep trying. At least it's only 1 minute long. I think something like the Beetle race is really frustrating because it's a little lengthy. At least this challenge is a relatively quick turnaround.
Oh, out of time, bro. That'd be pissing me off.
But right in the middle of the game holds some of the most frustrating gold bananas.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Gloomy Galleon. This world gets a lot of...
I hate this world. I wish I could skip the whole world.
Hey, I'm not here to pall on the whole world. That's for another video. This
Yeah,
world
exactly,
holds
bro.
So many gold bananas that are flat out annoying to obtain. Plenty of Simeon Slam switches that require dashing to the other side of the map with a short time limit, followed by completing a bonus stage. They're really making you work for it. But the Gloomy Galleon golden banana that deserves the most hate is this one right here.
I love the cinematic screen.
The mechanical fish.
Oh,
The amount of effort to receive this golden banana is so
Fucking.
crushing. Fly up to the lighthouse, play Diddy's guitar, warp pad to the other side of the map, and hunt down the location of this fish in the dark, underwater, with a time limit. Why?
Yep.
This isn't even the hardest part of the golden banana. It's just so frustrating needing to go through this whole routine. Once you're inside the fish, it's pretty clear what needs to be done. Shoot down its mechanical heart at these 3 vents. Figures there's a bee flying around above.
Annoying the shit out of you.
Enemies. But since we're going to be stationary and focused on shooting targets, I play Diddy's guitar immediately. just one less thing. to
Yeah,
stress over.
exactly, dude.
The
Fuck
fast
that
rotating
bee.
propeller is the main challenge here. Figures it can't be simple. Save your ammo though, because there's no chance of hitting these vents until after the propeller pauses. It's
Yep.
also alternating which vents will be blocked, so line up your shot beforehand. The countdown clock adds a ton of stress to this challenge. With the water slowly rising and screen violently shaking, I find myself constantly readjusting my aim. The last
Yep.
thing you want is to miss your shot and awkwardly watch the clock continue to count down. A real slap to the face being the lack of unlimited ammo. Occasionally, this game is aware of when to just give you an unlimited supply of certain resources. Diddy's jetpack with the owl race being a good example.
Yeah, that was
So
a good
if you
one.
lose this challenge, you're on your own. Go freshen up your ammo on your own time. And if you lose the challenge, you have to go through the whole routine again. It's
Yeah,
so cruel.
we've definitely
If I
done
can't get
it.
it done in the first try, I'm just walking away. The final golden banana I want to talk about takes place in Crystal Caves.
Oh,
Originally,
yeah.
I was going to dedicate the award to this maze for Donkey Kong, but after replaying this world, I decided to shift gears. It's still worth an honorable mention. The
It's
maze
nice.
alternates between rotating either clockwise or counterclockwise, but getting hit by the spikes will take down an entire melon. That's insane. You gotta make some quick moves with this one. Thankfully, the maze isn't too long, so it's somewhat tolerable. It wasn't until this year that I learned about the bongo glitch. Play DK's instrument as soon as you walk into the igloo, and the maze won't rotate. Such a game changer. But the
I did not know
golden
that.
I really want to focus on is this cabin challenge for Diddy
Oh.
Kong. It's really straightforward. Defeat all the enemies, but in less than 50 seconds. This one requires patience and trial and error. Diddy's jetpack is required to get on top of the platforms, so it really sucks if you get knocked off, wasting precious time. It also sucks if you run low on coconut crystals or orange bombs. These items are not conveniently placed in
Yeah.
the cabin. It's such a pain to frantically look for more supplies at the last minute. Kremlings, clumps, and clobbers are the enemies to take down in this room. The clobbers are all within the center platform, and they'll swarm in if you try to land. Essentially, the best technique is to swarm them all into the center, take out an enemy in the corner, toss away some bombs, then clear out the rest of the room. It's so simple on paper, but it's super easy to fall off and lose time. I nearly rage quit while recording this footage, and I think that's the perfect reason to include this golden banana to the list. There are so
I didn't have too much problem with that, but
many
yeah.
bananas in the game.
Yeah,
So
this
I'd
was
love to hear
one.
which bananas are on your hate list. Seems like we all have that one golden banana that keeps us up at night.
Okay, see, I didn't mind most of these. Didn't mind most of these, but if I could skip that whole lever, if I could skip the whole lever, I would. I'd skip the whole level with the fucking boat and the stupid lighthouse and the dumb fish, stupid clams. I'd skip it all. Anyway, I might not even post this. I'm intoxicated right now, but I will anyway. Love you guys. You have a good night.